very practical encounters with, which is the unity of Kogi State. Unity in a multi-ethnic, multi-religious society. When you look at Kogi State is a microcosm of a larger Nigeria. Many ethnic nationalities. It is a nation of ethnic nationalities. It is also a place where you have convergence of religions, not only the Christian and the Islamic religions, but also the traditional religion. It's very strong in our state. Now, what was the situation pre-2016? The state was balkanized along ethnic lines. We have the major ones, the Igala, Ebira, Oko, Basa, and all other ethnic groups. There was a very sharp division between these ethnic groups. Mutual distrust. No sense of unity. That was the state that the generational leader inherited in 2016. There was no way Kogi would have been moved forward until we were able to unite the state. Who divided the state? The major actors that divided Kogi State were the politicians. They set the deprived against one another so that they can continue to oppress, suppress, marginalize, steal from them, and also render them impotent in order to continue to manipulate them for political gains. Pre-2016, all the governors, elected governors of the state, were from a particular senatorial district of the state. Now, if you've been producing all the governors, we should be able to see the value. But the value was not there. So it showed that they were not doing it for the people of that senatorial district. They were only doing it for themselves. To change the narrative, unity was and is still needed. How do you unite? A governor emerged in 2016, young, vibrant, fresh, dynamic, pragmatic, ready to go. When he was going about his electioneering, he told everyone, I am not here to be a sectional governor. I want to be governor of all for all. When he emerged, people were waiting to see whether he was a politician or a practical and truthful personality. Who is he? Can you unite if you are divisive? You can never unite people if you as a person is divisive. Is he a unifier? Okay, that's where we're going next. He was sworn in at the Conference Stadium on the 27th of January 2016 as the governor. Before he left the place, opinion molders and people who usually determine who becomes what were already waiting at his residence to determine who will be his chief of staff, who will be his SA media, who will be his chief press secretary, and other aides. As they were waiting in his house, he left the stadium. On his way home, he sent the list of his chief of staff, SA media, and chief press secretary, that it should be announced before he got home. The chief of staff then was from Kogi East. And that was the first time in the history of the state that an elected governor will have a chief of staff not coming from his own senatorial district. His SA media was from Kogi Central. His chief press secretary was from Kogi West. When it was announced, then the entire Kogite and indeed Nigerians knew that there is a new sheriff in town. You don't just say it by words, you act it. As a leader, when you are a unifier, you don't have to announce it. You practicalize it. He did. And today, Kogi is better. Again, is he a unifier? At the State Executive Council meeting, commissioners were sitting. My friend, if you are from Igalamela, your friend is from Ida, so you sit together. I said, no. When you have West, let there be Central, let there be East. It changed. Is he a unifier? I remember the memo was brought to ESCO. The memo was about a road to be constructed in his senatorial district. The memo was beautiful, well worded, excellent. But the governor looked at it and said, oh, it's beautiful, but we are stepping it down. The commissioner of works should go and look at it and add roads in the west and east before we can consider the memo a unifier. It is not by words. Unity is not a word, it is an act. And that was exactly what he was able to do. In his appointment, in his projects, he showed exemplary performance of unity. Now, I will tell a story, maybe a few, shortly. While we were preparing for the 2019 election, there were a lot of permutations. Kogi Central had never been president, elected president. We wanted the Senate presidency. The governor wanted it from his state, not Central. He wanted it from his state. And he threw his weight behind someone and said, let us vote for him so that he will be a candidate for Senate presidency. And some people were now asking, a Senate president and a governor. A Senate president is higher than a governor. How? You want someone to be higher than you? He said, yes. That Senate president, let it come from Kogi State. It doesn't matter. And this man is not from his senatorial district. That is a unifier. Again, someone had impacted the people of Igala land. He gave them jobs while in the bank. He impacted on them, gave them a lot of empowerment. He was to be the governor. But they thought he would not play the game of the bandwagon. He was relegated, he was deprived, he was oppressed, he was suppressed, he was stamped upon. Somebody from Kogi Central came and revived the political career of that person. Someone victimized by his people was revived by someone who they thought was not his person, but he has come to redefine a Kogi state where everyone is your person. That is a unifier. Is he a unifier? He is. He is. Kogi East, I told you, had been producing governors before him. One of the governors spent 9 years there. The headquarters of his local government had no electricity for 9 years. Then someone else from another senatorial district came and said, no, they are not just his people, they are my people too. He gave them power, but that was not just enough. He launched an ambitious, audacious, expensive Operation Light Up Kogi East. That cost the state billions of naira. Those in charge of it are here, and they will tell you it is 95% completed. It is going to connect over 200 communities in Igala land to the national grid. That is a unifier. Is he a unifier? Yes. Kaba is an old town. Thank God our elder statesman here was talking about the Kaba province. An old town. Old. But also forgotten. Bad roads. No street light. Nothing to show that this was a provincial headquarters. Today, as we were here, I was seeing pictures. Roads are beautiful there now. Why people were locked down and they were poor and allocation was dwindling, the governor told the Commissioner of Finance to release billions of naira in January so that projects across the state will continue. Now the roads in Kaba are taking shape. That is a unifier. Hospitals are coming up. Beautiful hospitals. Zonal hospitals. Simultaneously in all of the senatorial districts. That is a unifier. You will never have peace and security until you are just and fair and equitable. That is what he has done. That is why everywhere is calm. That is why now someone from Okene can go to Ida and sit down. Someone from Agasa can go to Ankpa and sit down. And they will point to the township road that cost billions of naira that your brother from Agasa did it for us. That is a unifier. That is what we have in Kogi State today. The division is disappearing because someone is just, someone is equitable, someone is pragmatic, someone is dynamic, someone is building a Nigeria in Kogi State, and that person is Alhaji Yahaya Bello. Now, he has been able to unify Kogi State. We do not talk of division anymore. What is our expectation? What is Nigeria's greatest problem today? Aside insecurity. Even the insecurity is a product of disunity, distrust. The Igbos do not trust the Hausas. The Fulanis are suspecting the Yorubas. And like our other statement said, our leaders are not helping matters. We are making a lot of statements that could aggravate the situation, the already terribly bad situation. Somebody is doing it differently. Apart from ensuring security, he has fostered unity. And that is the reason all over the country today, you have different groups calling on him. Many people have never met him before. I attended a program in Jos, and I listened to them. They've never met him, but they've heard what he has done. They've seen it. They want that in Nigeria. And that is the reason you could see the agitation is getting rife and rife, that they need a unifier who the Igbos can trust. He called them to the round table and say, the food you don't want to bring to the South, on my honor, take it there. And they listen to him. The Igbos are listening to him. The militants are listening to him. The Fulanis are listening to him. Nigeria will surely listen to him. It is because he has demonstrated capacity that he has what has become the bulwark of our national cohesion, which is unity. Nigeria is waiting. Thank you. God bless you.